Welcome everyone, thank you for joining me again for another Joe Lok style class. But just to bring your awareness to things that are going on in this area that you may be interested in joining. So this weekend is a Chen style training weekend over in Donegal, and I'll be there. So that's 6 hours of training on Saturday and 6 hours of training on Sunday. And these revision weekends, as we call them, are once a month through the year that lead up to then our master or our master's son, Grandmaster Chen Xiaowang's son, Master Chen Yin-jun, who will be coming over in October. I think is it the 28th until the 30th of October this year to do 24 hours of training, so 6 hours a day for 4 days. Now you can pick and choose any of them. If you're interested in that, you can see the link that I'll add to the video, and it's Chen Ireland. It's not myself organising it, but I will be attending all of these things, and it is very well worth it. Master Chen does a bit of a tour around the world, and we'll be covering Ireland and the British Isles all around the same time, just sort of hopping from one place to another. So if you're really keen, you can actually follow him around, and some people do that. I can't afford to do that, but it's wonderful that he actually does come to our doorstep. So yeah, please do consider that. It's a lovely friendly bunch. You can just do what you can comfortably, and any level is welcome. Though different things that he teaches on different days are more appropriate for, say, some are great for everybody, including beginners, and some maybe are easier for those who have a little bit more experience. But still, everybody is welcome. Okay, so that's the that's the free advertising out of the way. Let's begin with right hand in fist, please. Left hand straight, pull back the thumb, feet together, hands together, and press forwards. Good. So this class is actually Joe Lok style class, so not Chen style. However, all Tai Chi complements all other Tai Chi, and Master Lok is a great fan of Chen style and our Grandmaster's particular method. So it all ties in very nicely. I don't feel it clashes in any way, though of course different styles have an emphasis in different places. This style, Master Lok style, is what we call a Taoist style. So it is slightly more emphasis on the roundedness of the movements, that really we are copying or echoing, if you like, the movements of the heavens. So the planets and the heavenly bodies all sort of rotating around each other. That's the inspiration, if you like, for Taoist style. The idea is that if we move like the heavenly bodies, then we can trick the universe, if you like, into harmonizing our systems at the same powerful, natural fluidity of nature, that any problems dissolve away and we go back to being in perfect alignment. So let's change direction, please. You can see straight away, you know, even this movement, we're doing orbits, we're doing rotations. And this is a Chen style movement, but it works equally well in Lok style. Master Lok would sometimes have us rolling a ball. Let's try that. If you bring your hands up and you're thinking of rolling a ball under your hands as you're turning in your center. Master Lok emphasizes a feeling, a sensation, a listening to the environment and to your body as you practice. And of course that's in Chen style as well. So it's just how much of an emphasis is put on it, really. Good, let's do our little sunshine fills the halls movement. This is like you're wrapping around a ball. You're trying to stretch your arms around the ball, trying to get the fingers to touch, but think of the ball being just slightly too big. So you're getting a lovely stretch around a curve. Good. And let's go up to the top and let's cut through the center. S shape to change direction. Good. Now you will see this exercise also in Chant style, but it tends to be smaller. So if we bring it in, and in, and in, and we keep bringing it in, there you end up overlapping your hands and doing the rotation on center. So you'll see this after standing practice in Chant style. It's all the same thing, but taken to a different scale. Well done. Let's do a little S shape, and we go the other way as well. Good. All right, let's come back to center. Checking posture, please, floating up through the top of the head, the chin slightly down and back, and release, relax down through your body into the floor. And feel the touch of your hands, the warmth of your hands flowing into center. Beautiful. Relax gently down, please. And I'm just going to check. I have this awful tendency to get the external microphone set up. Excuse me. Oh, it's working. That's fine. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, all good. Right, so let's do a little bit more warming with our legs, and then we will get into our form. So 1 foot forwards, give a little bit of width, and we go forwards and back. Good. Make sure the knee tracks in line with the foot, doesn't roll in or out, and let's change feet. As autumn is upon us, it becomes more important that we warm up thoroughly. I like to warm up regardless of what time of year, but as it gets cooler, it is even more important to make sure the body is nice and loose and open before we start doing complex movements. Well done, and relax, easing from the stance. Okay folks, let us use open door 5 once and then into Phoenix as our last bit of warm-up. Now, Chant style encourages you to do standing practice. In a 3-hour class, you can expect to stand for about 20 minutes as a short stand. And Master Lok has said that actually he would like you, all things being equal, to stand for about half an hour before your practice and half an hour after your practice to get the most out of it. So really it's this harmonizing through letting go. We call it Wuji. So it is universal oneness. You experience a sensation of being in harmony with the universe around you by becoming quiet and still. So we've only got an hour for this class. So we're just going to take a moment in time and really chill out for that wee moment, and then we'll do our class. But if you do have time after class, spend some time. It might not be half an hour, but if you can do 5 or even 10 minutes of standing practice after your class, that will further enhance the benefits. It allows your practice to resonate more fully. Think of stillness as like making a sound box for a guitar. If you pluck the strings, you'll get the nice noises, but if you give it a sound box, an empty space, then it reverberates and becomes much more enhanced. So that's what standing practice does. It allows the benefits to really multiply out. So, shoulder width and level, please. We float up through the very top of the head, the chin slightly down and back. Excuse me. And just give yourself a few moments to calm. Be aware of your breath. Be aware of the body. Be aware of the surroundings, especially listening behind. Notice any sounds, any sensations. Breathing into them, feeling into them, and letting go. Well done. Let's bring the awareness gently back to the space. Feeling all 10 fingers, gently press them down. And we'll do our open door 5. Pausing for a moment, relaxing to center, and let's turn the palms and give your back a little rub, helping the kidneys to draw in energy. Beautiful, well done. Release, relax down, and we can float up. And we can close. Good. So you can have a little moment if you want a sip of water or a comfort break if you want to take any little stretches. I will say cheers. Today I'm on Bengal spice with almond milk. I like to share what I'm drinking. Bengal spice is a caffeine-free kind of chai by Celestial Seasoning. Excuse me. I must say I do like Celestial Seasoning. They're an American company based in Boulder, and they do some really nice teas, nice herbal teas. There's one called Tension Tamer for when you're a bit stressed out. But Bengal spice is my favourite, so there you go. Okay, so let's have a go through the Phoenix form, folks. Just to check in with you, would you like to see the normal back view, or do you want to see the front mirrored view? Can I have thumbs up for back view, please? Thumbs up for back view. Excellent. Okay, let's do back view then, once through the Phoenix. So I want you to listen and feel your way through this practice, please. Master Lok, as I say, has an emphasis on sensitivity and awareness of energy. So you're not just waving your hands around, you're moving from center and you're feeling your way. Please think of the air as slightly thick. So there is a little bit of resistance as you expand, and there's a little bit of resistance as you contract, and you're feeling and listening through each movement. Keep your wrists mobile, so if you're drawing your hands through the air, the wrists are leading the way and the fingers are gently being drawn. Like you're going through water, the fingers follow. So it's not just moving your hand like a plank. You want to have some, you see that, some movement in the wrist. And that means that the meridians that are running through the fingers and through the wrist and up the arm and connecting with the rest of the organs, they're all getting a little bit of a massage every time. All of the meridians are being stimulated by these movements. So be fluid, be relaxed, have resistance, a little bit of feeling of resistance in the air. Okay, let's give it a go. And if what I just said made absolutely no sense to you, don't worry, just do the form. You're fine. Ready? We lengthen up and relax down. Calm down. Again, Wuji for a moment. Listening behind. Let's press the fingers gently down. Ready, start. Very good. How did you get on? Yeah, thumbs up. Excellent. That's nice to see. Now, of course, we could then go on to do the second half, if you like, of the form. Really just doing the same thing again, but on the other side, doing it mirrored. And we'll certainly look at that again. We have been looking at it periodically in this class, but actually we are focusing on looking at the very end of the Immortals form. So we've been going through the Immortals, and really we are just at that last stage with Immortals Sacred Sword and the Way Descending. So, now again, I'd like your feedback. Would you like to go now from the beginning of the form through to the end and get an overview first? Or would you like to start straight? Yeah, that was a thumbs up, was it? Yeah, okay. I've got one thumbs up. Yeah, oh, two. Okay, excellent. So yeah, so let's look at the whole form. We'll take it relatively slow, steady. I don't want to go so slow that we're actually stagnating our energy. We want still to have a bit of a flow. But we'll take our time and we'll just go through the whole form all the way to the end, and then we'll look specifically at the last couple of moves of the form. Okay, folks, so let's come over, please, to slightly more to your right hand side. Again, if you can, think of the quality of your movement, feeling to your fingertips, really listening to your body. But of course, first we need to get the choreography. So just try to relax into it. Don't worry if you make mistakes, we all do. But just pick yourself up and carry on, basically. Okay, are we ready? Checking posture, please. Calming down. Feel all 10 fingertips, gently press them down. And let's begin. Step, turn, turn. Turning to the back, right hand plucks into hook, left foot steps to the side. Turn the toes to the left, left hand plucks, right hand opens and follows. Pluck right, feed the weight back into the right foot. Fishing toad. I'm going to move back so that you can see. Keep circling. Beautiful. Now I'd like you actually just to stand in Wuji, please. Can you bring your heels together, floating up through the top of your head, your chin slightly down and back. And just for a few moments, I'd like you to continue to listen to your body. Notice your heart rate. Notice your breathing. Notice any sensations within your system. And notice how very quickly everything calms down and returns to normal. Even if your heart rate was up a bit, within a few seconds it settled back down. So allow yourself to release and relax back down into your state of calm. Very good, and you can ease yourself out and do a little heel tap. So this is what Master Lok is saying, that you can get yourself into that state of calm. If you notice in Open Door 5, we do our Wuji in the open stance. So that may be a little bit more comfortable, a little bit easier for you. So that is another option in Master Lok's style, that you can do your standing before and after your form. We just want to feel neutral and relaxed and allow yourself to really let go into calm before and after. Excellent. Okay, so another little comfort break. If you want a wee sip of tea, you can do that. If there's any questions or concerns within the form, now is a good time to raise them, to come and ask me about them. Otherwise, we will now look at the end of the form, and I think it's quite nice to go from the Immortal Fishing Toad, so that spinning kick, through till the end. So it's Overseeing Territory, Immortal's Sacred Sword, and The Way Descending. Those are the names of the movements. So I don't see any burning questions coming forward, so we'll get them. Yeah, get that section looked at. So I'd just like you to have a wee watch, please, first, and I will show you the movements. I'll show you back view as we do them, as you're copying me, and then I will turn around and I'll show you the front view. I'm not sure if I will mirror it, to be honest. I might just show you the front view, and you can have a wee look and see what the hands are doing, and then I'll talk you through it as we go. Okay, so from this is the end of two Immortals and into Immortal Fishing Toad. Now I'm a wee bit far away. Okay, so this is a series of circles. We have one circle, and we kick. We step down and do another circle, and lift. We step down and step through. Now this next movement, overseeing territory, could be a jump. But if you're not up for the jump, or you're not ready for the jump, it can be two balances instead. So from here, the balances, it's that little wind up movement again, squeezing left, step down, squeezing right, step down, and then into our sacred sword. Closing left. Good, so it still has that little trademark heels together, toes slightly apart position. This is indicative of Taoist style Tai Chi. It's that little bit more natural, shall we say, than having the feet absolutely parallel. In Chen style, you're allowed to have your feet a little bit turned out at times, but we are encouraged towards being more parallel. It's a little bit more enforcing our will upon our bodies. But in the Taoist style and in Master Lok's style, we have that slight turnout. And if you ever watch Master Lok's videos, he does videos about life in general and how to bring your Tai Chi into your life. And he has done a whole, a little video about walking and how best to walk. And what he says is if your feet are absolutely parallel as you walk, then all of the toes, they just get this kind of hinge motion, and it can actually be less good for your body. So he advocates walking with a slight turnout, because he says that then as you ripple your weight through, each toe gets a little individual manipulation. It's getting a little bit of flexion and release, rather than just this kind of rocking the whole lot forwards and back. So actually he suggests that as we walk, our toes are slightly turned out. And it's this same 23.4 degrees that he encourages us to be in when we're standing in preparation and when we close. So he advocates that actually this is more healthy. It stimulates each meridian in turn, it stimulates each toe in turn when you're walking. So you can have a look out, you can look to joelok.com, because he does share quite a lot of interesting stuff. I've even heard that he talks about how to do your dishes. But it's not just hug ball, rotate, stand on one leg. Tai Chi goes into everything, every aspect. Okay, so have a wee look now. I'm going to show you that same end section, front view, and then I will talk you through it. Or if there are any questions, or if there's anything that you're not sure about, please do ask, because if one person isn't sure, it's probably the entire class and everyone watching will have the same question. Okay, so I've flipped the room around, but I'm still doing it normally. I'm not mirroring for fishing toad. So if you were going to jump, that would be the jump. If you're not going to jump, overseeing territory. Sacred sword, feet parallel. Closing left. Good. Now, I think it's nice to have this video. I hope that you use these videos, not just watching them once, I hope you do watch them at least once, but to use them again and again as reference, and to look back on, to clarify, and to just give you a little bit of company for you to continue your practice through the week. That's the idea behind these videos. Really, and if anyone does miss the live class, then it gives you a chance to catch up, or at least see what has happened. So, any questions about that? Anything? No? Okay, so should we try it together then? Okay, up you get. I think everyone's in stunned silence there. Okay. So, yeah, you can see that there are a lot of turns in Master Lok's work, especially in the Immortals. Bear in mind that Master Lok is not only a Tai Chi master, but he is also a Bagua Zhang master. So that's circle walking. And in Bagua Zhang, it is all about the circles and the turning. It's like a whirlwind of action. It's the same internal principles as Tai Chi, but it is taken in the round. So, so he's obviously very influenced by that. So there's a lot of turns. There are two ways to turn, to pivot on one foot. One is to turn on the ball of the heel. So that makes for a really nice, like a pivot point. And the other way is to turn on the balls of the foot. So you're lifting the heel, and that gives you maybe not equally good turn, but it gives you a jolly good turn. And of course, being Tai Chi, what do? Some of the time we use the heel, some of the time we use the balls of the foot, the front of the foot, and quite often we'll use the same, we'll use both in the same turn, at different aspects of the turn. But what we do not do ever in Tai Chi is try and turn on a flat foot. If the foot is planted, it is planted and it should not be turning. So if you need to turn ever, you have to either turn the toes or you have to turn on the balls of the foot and turn the heel. So you'll see in this last turn, actually we're using both in turn. We're using the heel first and then we're going onto the ball of the foot to continue the turn around. But never are we trying to turn with the foot planted on the floor. If the foot is flat, it should not be moving. So you need to reduce the surface area in order to spin. So bear that in mind, please. Even if you need to, if you're thinking, well, I can't turn on the balls of my foot, that's really hard. No problem, you can actually do it the other way. And in Chen style, I've been known to ask Master Chen, were you turning on your heel or the ball of the foot? And he would show me the turn and say, watch. And he would turn on the heel and I'd go, got it, thanks. And then he'd say, no, watch again. And he would turn on the ball of the foot. And I'd be like, okay, so you just did it both ways, which is it? And he says, doesn't matter. So there's choreography that tends to tell you what to do, but actually as long as it adheres to the principles of Tai Chi, it's not wrong, it's right. It might not be what the master had choreographed, but if it's still adhering to the principles, then you're fine, then it's okay. But if you try to turn on a foot that's flat to the floor, that's not adhering to the principles and you'll end up hurting yourself, so be careful. Right, let's have a go. So, from fishing toad, you're standing on your right, we step towards the front of the room, circle the arms, right hand extends forwards. Coming through center step, turning the palms to face out, we're turning on the heel here, and now we're lifting the heel and stepping down. You see, so there's two. We turn on the heel at first, then we turn on the balls of the foot. Good, we keep circling, right palm facing in and kick, step down, keep circling, lifting left leg, step down, gather, and step through, right. Now, just so that you can see. So now we have our wind up. The right arm comes across and circles, left hand follows, make your platform, bring your left side in, balance. Look over the tips of your fingers, elbow and knee squeeze towards each other. Step down, and same on the other side, lifting the right side, squeeze the right side so you're making a barrier with arm and leg. Step down, make a hug ball, hands fold in slightly to face each other, step to the diagonal, turning the feet so that you're parallel and sit back. So it's very like emerging dragon. This is sacred sword. So we draw into the left, make fists, right hand up, left hand down, turning on the heel, we bring the right hand down, left hand up. Now, feeding onto the right foot, lift the heel, spin around and step down. Good, relax to center, right side in, again squeezing the arms in, stepping back right to face the front, release the left foot. Both palms rotated to face out. So right palm facing out, left palm is facing diagonally down and out. Release. Cross hands, take a breath, and relax down. Level with the center, with the waistline, point to the floor, and close left. Very good. Heel tap. Very good. So there are a couple of instances there where you're turning on the heel to get so far, and then you're lifting the heel to get round. Yin and yang, all in one movement. You have it in Immortal Fishing Toad. Heel, toes. Yeah? And you have it at the end of the form in Sacred Sword. So you've come back, gather, turning on the heel, turning on the balls of the foot to step down. Good. So you can have a little play with that idea. The leading in to it is turning on the heel. Once you get your weight into it, then you're lifting the heel to actually turn. Have a play with that, it'll make it easier. But you don't have to turn. Remember, you can leave the turn out and just get your positioning. If you know where you're starting and you know where you're finishing, the turn is relatively immaterial. And really, the turn is just holding your structure as you allow the centrifugal force to do the rest. It's just bringing you around. In that sacred sword, there is this little rotation of the arms, keeping the structure. As one goes down, the other comes up, and that is enough to fuel the rotation. Yeah, okay, food for thought. We will continue with this end section next week. Let's warm down for now, please. Gently turn. Good, let's come down to the legs. Knees. Lower legs. Ankles and feet. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago we talked about like a tin soldier or a lead soldier, a little figurine? It's solid, it doesn't move. So you can pick it up and you can turn it any way you like, and its bits don't go all over the place. So that's the biggest mistake that people make in turning. They're trying to get each body part around, which makes it very difficult and increases the chance of injury. Whereas if you keep your structure like a figurine that you're just being rotated around, it becomes effortless. You just set the body in motion and let it move. So remember, remember less is more, and remember just to keep your structure. It does not mean that you become tense. You can keep your structure nice and relaxed. You're just holding your system in status quo and let the whole lot turn. Good, let's take a rubbing of the hands and a deep breath, float up and relax down. And again, deep breath. Calming down. Last time, deep breath. Suspend your breath, please. Point your fingers into the sky. Press your toes into the earth. Think of sealing in your good energy. And now we release, relax, and guide your hands back to center. Let's breathe. Calming down. Feeling back into the center. And feel your energy is stronger. Beautiful. Well done, everyone. Let's close, please. And we salute. Thank you so much for joining me, for working so hard. Please do remember to press like and you can share it if you like. Share the video and subscribe if you haven't already. But please do keep practicing. Use these videos as your daily practice and you'll get as much bang for your buck as possible. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you next time.